Hello everybody, welcome to Eye to Eye Opto Gurukul channel. Myself Mahadev Shegunchi, I am working as a senior consulting optometrist. So today I am going to explain you about gross anatomy of human eye. So let's start with the beginning, a basic topic which I am going to cover. By the end of this session, you will be able to label the internal and external parts of the eyeball, and you will be able to describe the functions of each parts of the eyeball. So let's start with the external parts of the eyeball. Now, external parts of the eyeball, we have eyebrow, eyelash, eyelids, medial canthus, lateral canthus, caruncle. These are the outer external parts of the eyeball. Now coming to the individual these parts, the one first is that is eyebrow. Eyebrow is made up of multiple row of hairs, and the functions of eyebrow is protect from the dust, and also it gives a special expression. And the third function, that it separates the eyelid from the forehead. Now next part, that is eyelid. Eyelid is a thin curtain like a structure which protects from the eyeball external injury or dust or pollution, like any external particles, external parts of the eyelid. Eyelid is a thin curtain like a structure. It protects the eyeball from the external parts of the or external foreign bodies. The eyelid is we have to, coming to the next part, that is eyelid. We have two eyelids, one upper eyelid, one lower eyelid in each eye. So functions of this eyelid are to protect from the dust, pollution and foreign bodies from external injury to the eye. So coming to the next, the point, external part, that is eyelashes. These are arranged in a row at the margin of the eyelids. Functions of these eyelashes are these are also prevents from the dust and pollutions entering the eye. Now next point, that is caruncle. Caruncle is the red portion at the corner of the eye which filters the dust and dirt in this region. So coming to the next, that is canthus. Canthus is the site of union upper and lower lids, and near the nose is called, that is medial canthus, and the ear, near the ear is called outer canthus. So now these are the external parts of the human eye. Now we are going to move towards internal parts of the eyeball. Now starting from anterior to posterior, the first layer, that is cornea, it continues with the sclera, and it is the highest refractive medium which measures 43 to 45 dioptric value of refractive power, and it has a front surface of corneal curvature, that is 7.8 mm, and the posterior surface of the radius of curvature, that is 6.5 mm, and the thickness of this cornea is 0.5 mm at the center and 1 mm at the periphery. Now coming to the next point, that is immediately behind the cornea, there is an anterior chamber space between posterior surface of the cornea to the anterior surface of the iris, that is called anterior chamber, and immediately behind the anterior chamber there is iris. Iris has a central opening diaphragm, that is called pupil. Pupil itself constricts and dilates when the amount of light is entering the eye. It depends on the amount of light. So iris has two muscles, that sphincter and dilator muscles. Sphincter muscle helps to constrict the pupil, and the dilator muscle dilates the pupil. The iris is attached to the anterior surface of the base of the ciliary body. Now ciliary body is a triangular shape which produces aqueous humor also which helps the accommodation. But the iris is attached to the entire surface, the base of the ciliary body. The ciliary body is a triangular ring-shaped structure which helps to accommodate, and also it produce aqueous humor. Now, the aqueous humor which is produced by the ciliary body, it enters the posterior chamber and that it passes through the pupil, enters in the anterior chamber, and anterior chamber too it passes from the Sjögren's canal through out of the eye. So next part of the internal part, that is choroid. Choroid is a vascular layer which provides nutrition to the internal part of the retina, and external there is a sclera. So now coming to the next part, that is retina, internal neural layer, that is retina. It generates the light energy in the visual impulses and pass through the optic nerve to the brain. So coming to the next point, the outermost layer, that is sclera. Sclera is outer fibrous layer. Into the next, the outer fibrous layer, that is sclera, it is hard tunic layer. It protects from the eye from the external injury. It continues with the limbus and cornea. The cornea is 1/6 of the eyeball, and the sclera covers 5/6 of the whole eyeball.